So I'm sorry I'm looking at my phone, but I'm just finishing up a Facebook fight. I'm just about done. You guys on Facebook? Is this like a Facebook place, right? So if you don't know, I'm an Italian by now. It took like 3 sentences before you figured that out, right? I'll tell you an Italian joke. How come Italians don't like Jehovah's Witnesses? Because we don't like any witnesses. So let me just say, being an Italian and a Christian, I'm a Christian and Italian, is a real challenge on Facebook. Because Italians like confrontation. We like to fight, but you want to try to keep it clean because everyone knows you're a Christian, right, Casey? So it's really, it's a tough thing, right? So I found a way to win fights on Facebook. Just follow me on this. This is right off my Facebook page. If you want to piss people off and win fights, quote the Bible to them. You'll win every single fight. So this particular post I was fighting about, someone posted like a really extremely negative comment about one of our political leaders. And you know what I'm talking about when I say negative comments. Not just a disagreement, but it's vile to the point of wishing them harm. And as an Italian, I need to confront this, don't you think, sir? I need to say something about this. So, you know what I told him? Romans 13:1. Let everyone be subject to the governing authorities, for there's no authority except that what God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. Is that a good response? You let me know if I won this fight or not, right? What I'm saying is, hey, you're not in charge. God's in charge. It's okay. Don't worry about it. So he responded back to me. He said, why are you quoting Bible verses to me? You know what my response was? Timothy 3:16. All scripture is God-breathed and useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. That's good, right? I'm winning. I haven't said a word and I'm winning. No, but see this guy, I don't know if he realized what was going on. He said, I don't care what the Bible says, aren't I entitled to my own opinion? So now I have to answer him. I did. Proverbs 18:2. A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his own opinion. This is great. This is great. I love Proverbs. And he said, stop hiding behind Bible verses. Answer me. So I was forced to answer him at this point, and I did. I said, Proverbs 26:4. Do not answer a fool according to his folly, or you yourself will be just like him. Casey, I'm winning this fight, don't you think? She's a Facebook friend of mine. She might have seen this fight before. But then the guy started getting a little upset because I wouldn't answer him. He said, it seems like you're trying to start a fight with me. So my response, Proverbs 18:6. A fool's lips walk into a fight, and his mouth invites a beating. See, Casey, people are laughing, but I don't know if they realize this is actually in the Bible. Do you guys know I'm not making any of this up? You know, King Solomon supposedly wrote Proverbs, but I think, he might have been kidnapped by a couple of Italians, and they wrote that verse. Like Vinnie Cappuccino from Staten Island, I think, wrote that verse. The guy got mad at me, says, F you, Parenti, with 3 exclamation points. So I said, James 5:12. Above all, do not swear by heaven or earth, so you may not fall under condemnation. Would you say I'm winning this fight so far? I'm winning. And then he said, Parenti, you could post all the Bible verses you want. I'm going to bash this guy every day on Facebook. So I said, Proverbs 26:11. As a dog returns to his vomit, so fools repeat their folly. I win. I win. Facebook's a funny thing. Like it's insane, but you can't look away. It's like a bad car accident driving by. Like you just can't look away. I think in the Facebook page, what they should do is have your IQ next to your page. This way, his IQ is 3. He's okay. I won't listen to a word he says. Won't you feel a little better if you know the guy has no IQ? I'm addicted to Facebook. You know what I do? I swear this is true. When I go to sleep at night, my phone's on vibrate, and I kind of scroll through Facebook, and then I just kind of fall asleep with the phone on my chest. And every time somebody posts a picture, I'm like, I like it. That's a good picture. Let's go. like it. That's a nice piece of cheesecake. That's a nice piece of cheesecake. I like that. It's great. What is going on with social media? People can't get enough of social media. Soon, forget about Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. They're gonna have social media anonymous. They're gonna take people's phones away for like a couple of days and they're gonna walk around, I need a tweet. I just need a tweet, just a quick tweet. I gotta post something right away. So addicting. Isn't this addicting, this thing? I look at it a lot. I'm guilty of it. People just in general, just so addicted to their cell phone. You know how you could tell if someone's addicted? Steal their phone for like 5 minutes. It looks like, when they start looking for their phone, it looks like they're having an epileptic fit. Call me, hurry up, call me! What is going on? People, you know what's crazy about the phone too? You ever go to take a picture and the phone's turned the wrong way? And you see yourself, you're like, oh, it's awful. Who is that? And people are doing this on purpose and taking selfies and putting it on Facebook. This one lady, every 3 days, she's like, mani-pedi time. I have to know when she's gonna cut her cuticles? Like, this is something I need to know? I mean, after a while, I just had to block her. I mean, I don't care if she's my sister. I just can't watch it anymore. I just can't see it anymore. I mean, the dumbest thing I've ever seen on Facebook was someone posted a picture of a half-eaten lasagna. And the post was, too full to finish. I mean, see, what I'm imagining is when she posted this, she was having dinner, right? So she's done, she moves the plate away, and her husband's like, what do you want to do now? She's like, I better tell people what's happening. I better take her a picture of this and put it out into the universe. And what does she think's happening on the other end? She thinks people are scrolling through and said, honey, forget about the Afghanistan earthquake. Look at this, Debbie couldn't finish her lasagna. Hurry up. And why couldn't she finish the lasagna? She was too full to finish. Addicting. You know what it is? My middle son says you get a little endorphin boost when you get like a text. So everybody, right, isn't it true? So you'll kind of like getting a text. You think it's something interesting, whatever it might be, right? So, I mean, I spent a lot of money for these phones. I have 4 kids, well, 3 kids, sorry, and my wife. It's $400. After the first one, you lose track. Don't worry about it, you'll find out. So, actually, I've been married just celebrated our 30th, Casey. Would you believe 30 years? Crazy. Yep. They say the first 30 years are the hardest. That's what they say. You know, you have to keep the romance alive when you're married, so we go for long walks on the beach. She goes on Tuesday, I go on Thursday. You know, and she was hinting at me this year. She goes, you know, it's our 30th, you know, maybe we could renew our vows. I thought it'd be more romantic if we reversed our vows. She didn't like that idea, but then I told her the kids would disappear, and now she's all for it. So, 30 years of marriage. I have learned a few things about women, Casey. How many years you married now, Casey? 18. I've learned a few things about women. Now, you guys could agree with me or not, but what I've learned is women can't keep a secret. Now, there might be some exceptions in this crowd, and I'm okay if there are. My wife, you can't keep a secret. I can just tell by the way you're looking at me right now. She's like, oh, he knows. A lot of the guys don't know. Now, after the first 20 years, I didn't know. So a lot of guys here don't know. Let me explain how women keep a secret. As soon as you tell her the secret, you leave the house, she calls her friend. Call her. I have to tell you something. But you have to promise not to tell anyone. The next call, her friend Karen. Karen, I have to tell you a secret, but you have to promise not to tell anyone. A lot of women think if they tell somebody not to tell anyone, they're keeping the secret. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Men can keep a secret because God made us differently. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm going to explain to you how a man does it in his brain. Because when you're telling him the secret, he's not even listening. Not even listening. By the time you're done telling him the secret, he hasn't heard a word you said. Secret is safe with us. Sorry. And the reason men can't keep secrets is because we can't remember anything. Like if you told me there's somebody outside ready to murder me after the show, I'd walk out of the show like, oh, it's a great show. Like an hour from now, I would forget. Women don't forget. They have women's amazing memories. Amazing. Once a week, my wife's like, oh, we gotta pray for Bob. He just got into a car accident. I'm like, oh, who's Bob? It's Julie's husband. Oh, who's Julie? You met him at the Christmas party for 2.5 minutes 13 years ago? What are you talking about? Their memories are amazing. Listen, years ago in the Old Testament, men used to live to 700 and 800 years old. Could you imagine looking at your Facebook? Who's that person? I've been friends for 400 years. I don't even recognize them. Who is that? I don't know who that is. My wife would be like, you met him at the cave party 200 years ago? What's the matter with you? You don't remember anything. What's wrong with you? Anyway, when I moved to Florida, I promised my son, my youngest son, that we'll move and I'll get you a dog. And I never had a dog before. So I said, there's only one condition. He can't bark, he can't bite, he doesn't shed, preferably he doesn't eat, and maybe he has a part-time job walking the other dogs around the neighborhood. That would be great. I've never had a dog before, and I've actually fallen in love with this dog. Hey, do you know why we love dogs so much? You can call it out. Anybody know? They're looking at each other. Do you guys have dogs here in Salt Lake City? Casey, why do we love dogs so much? You have a couple of dogs.
Unconditional love.
Thank you. Unconditional love. Dogs love you unconditionally. I mean, I could lock my dog in the trunk of my car for a week. A week. As soon as I opened up, the dog would say, thank you for saving me. Give me a kiss. Could you imagine if I locked my wife in the trunk of the car for a week? I mean, she'd pop out with divorce papers and a tire iron. And I like, how did you write that? She goes, I wrote it. I wrote those papers. Don't you worry about that. Dogs are amazing. And I'm an amazing husband. After 30 years, I realized, Casey, let me tell you why, man. You have to do one thing when you come home every day. As soon as you come in the door, this is what I do. I say, honey, I miss you. Give me a kiss. And she sees me kissing my dog from around the corner. I just love that dog. Dogs are, if you have a dog, generally you have to turn the dog upside down to know if it's a male or a female dog. I didn't have to do that with my dog. Anybody have a male dog here? Raise your hand. Right. When you ask him, do you want to go out? What does he do?
Oh, he jumps right up.
He jumps right up. Does he actually start lifting his leg on his way out the door?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you. Yeah. He's like, whoa. Okay, I'm getting ready. I'm gonna go out. Okay. I have a female dog. She doesn't do that. Every time I'm like, you want to go out? She's on the couch. She looks at me. She's like, I'm not in the mood. I don't like the way you spoke to me earlier tonight. Maybe later. And when I bring her, if it's raining, she won't go because it's wet. She's like, that's disgusting. I won't go over there. She won't go out. No, lady dogs are totally different than male dogs. And we have 48 lawns in my HOA community. 48. She has to smell 47 of them before she goes to the bed. It's like when women go in Macy's. When they go shopping, they got to go to every single department. She's got to go to every single lawn. So we decide, my wife says, let's train the dog to go into the backyard, right? So she says, we should invite all the neighbors over, have their dogs do their business in my backyard. I'm like, what? I'm from New York, my first week in Florida. You think I'm gonna go out in my community? Hey, Joe, come on now, we're all gonna pee in my backyard later. Bring all the dogs, come on, everybody's gonna pee, come on. I said, you wanna have a pee party in the backyard? I said, absolutely not, we're not doing that. So she goes to Home Depot, true story, she goes to Home Depot, she buys sod. A little piece of sod. She goes, okay, this is what you do. Go to the neighbor's house, have their dog do their business on the sod. We'll put the sod in the backyard. This guy can't believe this is happening, right? It's absolutely insane. So I gotta go over to my neighbor's house and ring the bell with sod in my hand. I'm like, ding dong. Is Fluffy home? No? At the groomer? Can your husband do something on here? Because I can't go home without something here. This is something gotta happen here. So believe it or not, we've had the dog 6 years. She still can't go in my backyard. So I had to teach her to go on one of those weeby pads, the white thing. And I was the one teaching her. And when the dog goes, you're supposed to make a big deal. You're supposed to do like give her a treat. So every time the dog went, I'd give her like a pee-pee dance. So I'd be like, hooray! You went pee-pee, 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 pee-pee. Here's a treat. I did that every time. My wife didn't see what was happening, Casey. She walks in one day and she sees me dancing with the dog and doing this whole crazy thing, right? She's like, what is the matter with you? She says, you're dancing with the dog. You're kissing the dog. What about me? So now every time my wife goes to the bathroom, I'm like, hooray! You did pee 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 pee, boop boop ba 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 ba. Here's a treat. She doesn't like that either. She doesn't think that's very funny. So if you guys, this is an amazing story to me. Did you see that guy in Florida whose dog went and got taken into a swamp by an alligator? And yeah, these guys, people are nodding, it's a true story. So the alligator grabs his dog and goes under the water. And the guy's walking now. You can't see his dog at all. He goes into the swamp, this guy, grabs the alligator's mouth, opens his mouth, cuts his hand up in the process, and frees his dog. That's a man's man, right? That's not how an Italian would do it. If an alligator grabbed my dog, I make one phone call. Honey, we're gonna need another dog. Yeah. I'm not going in there. I can't even see him. I'll stop at shop right on the way home. I'll pick up a dog and I'll pick up some groceries. Okay, I'll see you later. That crazy that guy did that? Isn't that insane? Okay. So as I mentioned, I have an HOA community, right? So this year, starting January 1st, what they were doing is they hired somebody on the board to go around and pick up the dog's poop. They send the poop in for a DNA sample. If the sample matches your dog's sample, they send you a $100 fine in the mail. This is a true story. Casey, you know this is happening, right? Because they want to keep the communities clean, number one, and they want to raise money. First of all, who is volunteering for this position? I'm from Jersey. I'll do it. I'll pick up the poop. I wanted to add meaning to my life, and this just seems like the right opportunity. I'll do it. Oh, that's Parenti's dog. I see it. We got Parenti. We got him. Who is volunteering for this? You don't get paid for this. This is you do for free. Insanity. So the guy, first of all, they have to collect a sample from you so they know. So the guy came over my house January 1st to collect my dog's sample. I gave him my sample instead. He called me a week later. He goes, I think there's something wrong with your dog. He drinks too much red wine and he eats too much sausage. Yeah, I don't know if that's the right story. So when my time is up, they give me, they do this to me. Do you guys know what this means? It means stop talking, get off the stage. That's what it's get the light. It means we're giving you the light. But I carry the light with me everywhere now. I think I've been to too many comedy shows. I was in church on Sunday. The priest was right in the middle of his message. I was like, okay, that's it, wrap it up. I got the Met game, I got football, send me the balance in the email, wrap it up. I just bring this with me everywhere now. You know, people stop me in grocery stores, because I'm Italian, and I always say, how you doing? How you doing? I don't really want to know how you're doing. That's just an expression. That's Italians' way of saying hi. And sometimes people go, I'm glad you asked. They're like, I withdraw the question. I was just being polite. I didn't really want to know. And they start going, and they just start You ever meet people like delve into the life story in like 10 seconds? I'm like, don't you have anyone else you could tell everything to? How did I get involved in this? So you know what I do? I give him the light. I'm like, that's it. Finish it up. He doesn't know what it means, but I enjoy it immensely. He doesn't know what it means. He doesn't know what it means. Oh my gosh. Wait, the surefire way to get rid of someone, if you're in a rush and you just want to be polite and you know they're talking your ear off, this is what I do if I can't get rid of someone. I look them in the eye and I'm like, Jesus loves you. Hey, where you going? Come on back here. Tell me more about that colonoscopy you got going on next week. That was very interesting. Where you going? That'll get rid of people in a hurry. So I had a bit of a culture shock moving from New York to Florida. Everything is a little bit different in Florida. I mean, the fast food, the grocery chains, but what I can't believe is the most different is the mail. When I was in New York, I used to get invitations in the mail. Weddings, financial seminars, births, christenings. I don't get any of that in Florida. This is the only thing I get invited to in Florida. I made a copy of it. Do you see the balloon over there, sir? It says, you're invited with 3 exclamation points. Join us for lunch as we discuss pre-planning funeral, cremation, and cemetery arrangements. That's what you get invited to in Florida. It's a cremation party. $50, you get a wine, hors d'oeuvres, and a free urn. They throw in a free urn for this. The last one I got was from Duffy's Sports Bar. $9.99 wings and a will. Could you believe this? Could you imagine me going to this thing? You know, waiting for my wife downstairs who's notoriously late for everything? I'll be like, honey, hurry up. By the time we get there, everyone's gonna be ashes. Come on! All the good urns are gonna be gone. Hurry up, hurry up! You know, it's the craziest thing. You know, and since we start getting these, you know, now my wife's a serious person. She goes, well, you know, we really should take care of this. You know, we need to really take care of this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I want to take care of all this stuff so the kids don't have to pay for anything. I said, look, can I just get this straight for a second? Let me just get this straight. You want to give the kids our real estate, my 401ks, all our assets, and you want to prepay the funeral? What incentive is there to keep us alive? Let's bring Dad to the Grand Canyon. Hey, Dad, thanks for paying for everything. We appreciate it. Very nice of you. No, then my wife says, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's just that, you know, I'd like to take care of this so we could be together for eternity. I said, eternity? I thought it was death do us part. I said, eternity is a long time. You gonna cook in eternity? I mean, it's a long time to go out to eat, right? So she starts doing mailings to find places, plots, right? So she finds a place where we grew up in Queens. And she says, okay, I like these. We should purchase these. And I'm like, well, how much are they? She said, $5,000. She goes, but these are the ones I really like. There were a few on the page. I said, how much are those? She's like, $6,000. I said, what's the difference? She said, those have a better view. I said, what are you talking about? She said, those have a view of the lake. I said, first of all, there's no lakes in Queens, okay? Probably was a puddled, it rained, and the guy's like, take a picture, we'll charge you an extra $1,000 for those. So they did like me. I just want to say one more thing, and then I got to get out of here. You guys are such a nice audience, like really, really good. Like I perform in Florida at some of these places. It is brutal. It's like retirement homes, like assisted living. I'm using the word living very loosely in that sentence. No, very loosely. Oh, yeah. I can't kill because I'll kill. Right, very good. Just give me a joke. I know it's gonna be a tough show when they start wheeling them out in beds and IV bags. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a tough show. I don't know if I could do this. This is gonna be hard. You know, because they're like sleeping. Like they're just like sleeping. Last week I was like, sir, what's your name? He's like, did you say it's gonna rain? Go back to sleep. I mean, the only time they respond is if they hear a number because they think it's a bingo game. I'm like, I'm 55 years old, bingo! I got 3 kids, bingo! I've been married 30 years, bingo! My name is Mike Parenti. You guys are nice. Thank you very much.